Hey y'all, and welcome to this weekly energy forecast plus light language. So hang tight, the light language transmission will come at the end, and this is really intended to help you integrate healing, integrate patience, and integrate the energies of the week more smoothly and in a grounded manner. So hang tight for that. This week, when I'm recording this, we have a new moon, we have an eclipse coming up. So there really is no wonder that when I'm looking at the cards and feeling into the energy of this week, it is slightly chaotic, but in a way that ultimately wants to benefit you. So overall, if I could sum up these energies, it would be hard work mixing with creative energy and a dash of those tower moments to blossom something new into your life. So let's dive into these cards here. I want to start with the challenging aspects and the supportive aspects this week, because it's like a double-edged sword is what's happening. So the oracle card for the challenge this week is blessings, and it's coming out with the temperance card. Now, on the flip side, for the supportive energies this week, we have a ladybird, accept happiness and good fortune, right? Feels similar with the fool. Sorry, I'm covering the fool up there. The fool feels really powerful and a key ingredient into this. So when I'm looking at blessings being the challenge of this week with temperance, it's like I'm losing patience. I'm losing patience, and I feel as if I should have gotten somewhere already. Where are the blessings that Spirit has been showing me signs and synchronicities for? Where are the blessings that I can intuitively feel have been just around the corner? And where are these blessings that I have been working so hard for? Where are they? Or for some of you, I feel like they're literally just not showing up. And for others of you, I feel as if they are there, but they are there in a way that kind of annoys you. And let me explain this. So my dear husband has finally started like turning the corner, and like we've been talking about manifestation. Turning the corner and like listening to me when it comes to spirituality things. He's always been very open, but now he's like, oh, maybe she's right, which is really fun. And he wanted to manifest $100 this weekend. So he was going to do his side gig, and he was going to make $100 doing it this weekend. Well, he didn't make as much as he thought, but he made around $50. And then he got $50 in the mail because it was his birthday. And someone sent him $50. He's like, Tina, I actually made $50, or I actually made $100 this weekend. It happened a little bit differently than I thought, but I got the $100. Now for him, he wasn't annoyed by that, but for somebody like me, that would be annoying because it didn't come in the way that I wanted it to, the way I expected it to, and I'm holding on too tightly to an outcome. And that's what I'm saying here when I think you might be getting slightly annoyed with how something is coming in. Yes, it's coming in, but it's not the way my ego wanted it to. So just watch out for that because that feels important. So with the temperance card, it's, you may be losing patience with self and others this week. You may be losing patience with where your manifestations are. And you may be like, I worked really hard for this. Why isn't it paying off? And here's why. Because it is there, because it is showing up in the supportive energies of accept happiness and good fortune and the fool. You need to think about here's where your prosperity is going to sit this week. And no matter what you're looking for, whether it's relationships or work, money, physical items, where your success is going to lie is trying new things, trying things in a different way, seeing things from a different perspective or a different angle. How can I attack this just slightly differently in my life? How can I get creative? And in that, I'm feeling like you're going to be just a lot more comfortable with this whole process of all this energy coming in this week. It's going to feel more comfortable. It's going to feel like a greater flow, and it's going to start to trickle in. And so that's kind of the synapse of the week. I'm getting a little impatient. I've tried all these things, nothing's working. Let me get ultra creative and try something new in order to gain a new perspective or see something from a different angle in order to bring in the thing that I want. That's really the sum of the week. But let's break this down even more. So we have the Advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, that's the light attribute. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to a cause for personal gain with the Five of Swords. So this energy of conflict is here. And when I'm asking if it's conflict with others, they're like, yeah, people could be a little bit more on edge because of the general energies. But this is feeling more like an internal conflict. And again, a confusion of not understanding. It's really confused this week, right? I know what I want. I'm clear on what I want, but I'm unclear on how to get it. At the top of the deck, we also have, excuse me, Seven of Cups. Confusion. How do I get there? What do I do? You know, so this is feeling more like an internal confusion and almost it feels really like you ramming your head against, a wall because you keep doing the same thing and wanting to expect a different outcome. And that's just not possible. So it's like you have to be the advocate for yourself and really stand up and say, let's try it differently. Or let me just chill on this, regroup and rethink. But there is that energy of, I know I'm ready and willing for a change. I'm just not sure how to grow it within me. So there's all this conflicting energy of like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? Da, 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 da. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles, which is more of that fixed energy, right? That like, if I just do the hard work, then it should result in a payout, in a payoff in some sort of way. And again, the confusion sets in when it's like, but it's not happening. It's like you're trying to do life like a mathematic equation this week, and it needs to be way more flexible. So it's like, if I put in the hard work, in the past, I've, done this and I've gotten this as a result. So I'm going to repeat that pattern in hopes that it grows bigger. And this week is just making a whole muck of that and saying, no, that's not really what's happening. You need to be a little bit more creative in order to get larger results. So let's move into kind of beginning, middle, end of the week. Now that we know that you do need to be the advocate for your change, but you just need to do it in a way that feels a little less conflicting and a little bit more creative. And I highly recommend that you just sit with yourself, maybe even for like, not even 30 seconds a day. It can be even a minute a day, and just be like, is this feeling right in my body anymore? Before you take an action. No, it's not feeling right. Let me try something different. Or is this desire even lining up with my soul anymore? There's a little bit of that aspect here, that you're wanting a desire for a desire's sake. Or I've wanted this for so long, I can't give up now, even though it doesn't feel right in my body, in my soul, in my spirit anymore. It's okay to change and shift and say, this isn't right for me anymore. I'm wanting this, and I'm going to get creative on how to get there. And I feel like you're going to have to remind yourself of these things a little bit more often this week, to slow down, see if it resonates, make changes. If it doesn't resonate, and if it still does resonate, make changes in how you plan on getting there. Because I'm really feeling a lot of you are going to realize that this isn't right for me anymore. This relationship, this job, this goal that I had built up in my mind so big isn't really what I want. Maybe that's why all my hard work is not paying off, because my soul is not in alignment with it. Clarity, right? So in the beginning of the week, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which again is the hard work. I put in this hard work. Where are my results? I'm tired of waiting. Where are the blessings? What am I doing? And again, in these moments, I just recommend you to sit down, see if it's in alignment anymore. And if it's not, that's okay. You've learned a lesson. You've gained some, I'm hearing some of you needed to learn self-esteem, and somehow this goal gave it to you, and working towards it gave you a little a little bit to carry on into the next goal. Some of you needed just the understanding of like you could work hard or you could set a goal and start going for it. For some reason, it just feels like some confidence arose within you as you were trying to reach this goal. And now that's waning in you because you haven't reached it, when really you just need to set your gears towards something new. So that's the beginning of the week, working hard at something. And I do want you to work hard at something. I do think that is a good thing. I do think you should be thinking of, how can I work this for myself? What can I do to make this dream come true? But check in more often. And again, if it's not working, then pivot. Don't stick to something like glue if it is not working. Okay, that's the big lesson. Yes, do your work. But yes, let it be a flow. Yes, let it be an ever-evolving thing, which it can be. It doesn't have to be so fixed. And then towards the middle of the week is the Empress. So we've already had Temperance, the Fool. Now we have the Empress, and later on we're getting the Tower. So there is so much major arcana happening this week, just meaning that yes, there will be change. Yes, emotions will be big. But yes, the payout is big also. So the Empress, getting creative, being in an intuitive flow, so important. So again, in the beginning of the week, you're like, oh God, I got to get to work on this. I'm going to do all the things I can. And by midweek, you're like, is it working though? Is the process I'm doing working, or can it come in more ease in some way? Does my soul want to go about it this way or not? And get creative about how you are approaching your goals. Be in your intuitive, divine feminine energies, right? We all have masculine and feminine energies. And this week, you're really going to have to utilize both. You're really going to have to utilize both. You're going to have to utilize the intuition to tell you if you're going down the right path. And then you're going to have to use that masculine energy to push you forward. So there needs to be both, not one or the other. Okay, so towards the end of the week, we have the Tower, and then we have the Four of Wands. Let me just tune in with these energies. The Tower comes with shifting. So the Four of Wands feels so stable, right? It feels like something good, something stable, something we can build upon. And again, it's sort of this dream we've built up in our mind. And then the Tower's like, wait a minute, let's shake it up a little bit, because maybe something needs to be reworked in the energy. Maybe the thing, again, the goal that you're dreaming of really isn't for you. It's just what your ego wanted. And then we can start to rebuild to something that you would actually really love. So by the end of the week, there is a Tower moment happening, which just means change. There's either going to be a change in your outlook, a change in your dreams, your goals and desires, or a change in how you are achieving those dreams, goals, and desires, but they are going to build into something stable, and that feels good, and that feels like, yes, this is what I wanted. There's going to be clarity in moment. I keep hearing spirituality. So although the things in your physicality will be changing, I'm hearing a lot in your spirituality will be changing, which will again cause this aha moment, and then it'll pull you forward. I'm really feeling like there's a card that I'm missing here, so let me just try to figure out what deck that's coming from. Okay, I believe it's coming from this Archangel Animal deck. So let's see, what is the card that we need to see before we go into light language? Hey, snakes. My spirit animal lately. Live according to your divine essence. Live according to your divine essence. Again, for a lot of you, you're going to realize this is not where my soul wants to be. That's where my ego wanted me to be, but it's not where my soul wants to be. And to live in your most divine essence is to live in that flow state. And then bring it down into the physical realm to catalyst you into living a life that feels extremely authentic to you, which is a beautiful thing. And I was thinking this the other day too, as I was just kind of doing my morning yoga routine. Man, things around me and my physicality aren't maybe not the best feeling thing right now, but I get to live it. I get to laugh through it. Maybe it's not all so bad. Yes, at times it's heavy, but when I step back and look at it, like, am I just being a little dramatic? Does my soul want a little drama? Maybe. Does my soul want a little laughter? Definitely. Does my soul want to go down this path? Yes. Right? So it's these moments of like, aha, this is where my soul wants to be. And how exciting is that? So I really love the snake coming out. For me, snake is also healing, cycles shifting and changing, right? The snake sheds its skin and grows into another. So really, you're outgrowing your own skin, and you're realizing the newest version of you and who you would like to be, and trying that on for size this week. So shedding of the old, cycles with snakes, healing energy with snakes, knowledge energy with snakes. For me, snakes are a very positive thing. I know some people don't view it that way. I view it as very positive. And here, live according to your divine essence. It's a good feeling thing. So let's tap into the light language. So just give me a moment here to connect with that. Take a few deep breaths. And this really feels like that energy of living according to your divine essence. I was really inspired to bring out a labradorite this week to help you see the magic when it's feeling dark, and to help keep you calm through the storm. And just so much goodness with labradorite, right? We could go on and on about it forever, but this is what the light language really feels like, living according to that divine essence. And what a gift it can be. And that being the path to flow. Opening up your mind, seeing beyond the small version of ourselves. Although it's very easy to go down that route, your multi-dimensional aspects want to come in and help you to find that divine flow. Tore nde kyrola ana te kiara to oseste kiala to o peki kia ahiara to koya kia suehehe atoto sestore leoto nditito se aleto o kiele ta kasto seste leto o etapa koa letoka sesho po lete kioto akia leto o akiataka surete ke susta akarete ketto sesta ure leto se. So let that energy just settle in for a moment. Replay the light language or the whole video throughout the week as needed, and we will see you again. Bye-bye.